Hello everyone, welcome to Brain Blitz Audios. Today, in this episode of Weekly News Flash, we're going to be looking at some interesting current affairs stories that will be very important for your civil services examination in India. Today, we have a host of stories related to new species of fauna discovered in India. This will be under the week 29th May to 4th of June 2022. So let's look at the news stories themselves. As you can see, there has been three separate stories in the Hindu over new species discovered in India. First of all, there was a new species of venomous snake discovered in the northeast, and there was two species of spiders. There was two species of spiders, the money spider and the ant-mimicking spider, discovered in Wayanad in Kerala. And we've seen a new Untitled monkey named after the Sela Pass. So we have four different species to discuss today. Now these efforts were involving the Zoological Survey of India, whether partially or as a whole. So the Zoological Survey of India, ZSI, recently announced the discovery of four new species of animals. A new species of pit viper and a new species of macaque were discovered in the northeast. Meanwhile, two new species of spiders were discovered in Wayanad, Kerala. So now let's look in some detail about the Zoological Survey of India. Now, this body was established on the 1st of July 1916, and it was originally taken from the zoological section of the Indian Museum in Kolkata. Its purpose was to promote survey, exploration, and research of the rich zoological life in India, leading to increased knowledge. Now, this particular body was designated as a repository for the National Zoological Collection, a body which was declared using Section 39 of the National Biodiversity Act of 2002. So, as you can see, this body is now under the National Biodiversity Act of 2002, so it can be considered as a government body. Now, let's look at the four species which we will be talking about today. First of all, we have the Myers pit viper, a venomous snake in the northeast. Then we have money spiders and ant-mimicking spiders from the Western Ghats. And finally, we have the Sela Macaque in Arunachal Pradesh. So we have species from the hotspots of Indian biodiversity, which are the northeast as well as the Western Ghats. So now let's start off with the Myers pit viper. This is a species with the scientific name Trimeresurus myae, and it was discovered in Umroi military station in Ripoi district of Meghalaya. Now, the species was first seen in October of 2020. However, it was only in May that they were classified as a new species. Now, this particular species is named after Maya, the mother of Colonel Yashpal Singh Rathi of the Indian Army, and it was earlier classified under either the Pope's pit viper or the Gumprex green pit viper. So there were two other. So this particular species was earlier considered as part of either the Pope's pit viper, Trimeresurus paupeorum, or the Gumprex green pit viper, which was Trimeresurus gumprexti. Now we've had research suggesting that this is a separate species on its own. Now, in order to differentiate this particular snake, its eye color is seen as different from the Pope's pit viper, while its other features are similar. Now, let's look about the Myers pit viper itself. Its geography is Meghalaya, Mizoram, and Guwahati in Assam. In these three areas, the snake is particularly common. Its discovery was published in PLOS 1, which was a scientific journal published by the Public Library of Science. It's been published since 2006, and it's a peer-reviewed journal which can be openly accessed. Now let's look at the significance of this discovery. Now, when you discover a new species of snake, then you will be able to find out whether it's venomous or non-venomous, which helps in reducing snake bite deaths. Also, every species of snake has its own venom, so therefore discovering a new species, particularly one that was considered as part of another species, is very important, because then you'll be able to have a detailed study on its venom, which improves public health response to snake bites in the northeast as well as other parts of India. Now let's look at another species, which are monkey spiders. The scientific name of this species is Prosoponoides biflectogynous, and it comes under the family of dwarf spiders or Linyphiidae. These spiders were discovered in the Muthanga range of the Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary, and it was discovered by researchers of Christ College, Irinjalakuda, Thrissur. The length of this spider ranges from 3 millimeters in males to 4 millimeters in females. And it is important to note that this is the first instance of finding a money spider in India. Money spiders are commonly found in meadows across Europe, and they are thought to bring good luck to the person who touches them, which is why they're called money spiders. Now let's look at some characteristics of money spiders. They have a dark brown color with irregular silver patches and black spots on their abdomen. They have 8 dark eyes, which are arranged in two rows of 4. The female spiders of the species build triangular webs in between dry tree twigs to feed on small insects, and that's how they hunt. The males, on the other hand, hide under dry leaves. Now, when it comes to reproduction, it's found that 2 or more males may be present with a female in a web. This is a particular fact of the Indian honey spider. Now let's look at ant-mimicking spiders. The scientific name of this species is Toxeus alboclavus. This species comes under the family Salticidae, and it was discovered in the Manandavadi range of Wayanad. So again, it's a close-by range of the Western Ghats. However, it is quite far away from the money spider. The species was once again discovered by researchers of Christ College, Irinjalakuda, Thrissur, as part of a research study. And these spiders are found to be larger, with males measuring up to 4 millimeters in length and females coming up to 6 millimeters. Now, these spiders lift their front pair of legs while walking in order to mimic ants. The front pair is now disguised to be antennae. Now we can see that there is a pair of distinct white stripes found on the dark brown abdomen of females, while the males possess a brown head region and a black thorax containing white hair. Now, the reason why they mimic ants is to escape from potential predators. So these ant-mimicking spiders, in order to escape from predators, disguise themselves as ants instead of spiders. Now, let's look at the survey itself. The research study at Christ College was funded by the Department of Science and Technology and the University Grants Commission. So therefore, there's an indirect connection to the Zoological Survey of India. Now, their findings were published in the British scientific journals Pacamia and Arachnology. These are, journals dealing with the arachnoids, such as spiders. Now let's look at the Sela Macaque, the final species to be discovered in May. The scientific name of this species is Macaca selae. It belongs to the Seneca species group of macaques and is genetically closer to the Arunachal macaque, or Macaca munzala. So therefore, this, like the Myas pit viper, was considered as the Arunachal macaque before researchers found out that it's a separate species. Now, this was discovered in Arunachal Pradesh and was discovered by a team of experts from the Zoological Survey of India and the University of Calcutta. So therefore, in discovering this species, the ZSI had a direct involvement. Now, this species was named after the Sela Pass, which passes through the towns of Tirang and Tawang in Arunachal Pradesh. The team's study was published in the latest edition of Molecular Phylogenetics and Evolution, where the term phylogenetics refers to the relation between species. Now let's look at characteristics of the Sela macaque. The Sela macaque has brown collar hair and muzzle, and it's characterized by the absence of chin whiskers, and the monkeys have a paler face compared to their counterparts. The Sela macaques were separated from Arunachal macaques by the pass, which is Sela Pass, for over 2 million years, which is why they've grown into their own particular species. These monkeys are considered as a pest in West Kameng district because the villagers consider the Sela macaque as a major cause for loss of crops. Now, how do you differentiate the Arunachal macaque from the Sela macaque? We'll see. The Sela macaque has brown collar hair, which is light brown, while the Arunachal macaque has a dark brown coat. The Sela macaque has a paler face than the Arunachal macaque, which has a dark face. So that concludes this episode of Weekly News Flash. We hope you found this episode interesting. For more of our useful and interesting content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Brain Blitz Audios. You can also like the video and share it with others if you're interested in it, and you can also hit the bell icon down below in order to get the latest updates about Weekly News Flash and other videos of our channel. So until the next webisode, take care, stay safe, bye-bye for now.